Hello everybody, nice to see you again in this class. This segment, we will still discuss the static force analysis in the slider crank mechanism that involve the slider friction. But I want to show what happened when we make the wrong assumption, or how do we know we make the wrong assumption. Here is the slider crank mechanism. Same condition and same problem with the previous segment. We have the external force P, S, and Q, and the impeding motion is to the right side. And we also know the friction coefficient of the slider, so we can find the pressure angle of the slider. The only difference with the previous segment is only the assumption. Now we make the assumption that the slider contact at the top side. So we draw the free body diagram of link number 3 and 4 together, and that's the force P acting on the slider and force S acting on the link number 3. Because of the assumptions, the slider contact at the top side and the impeding motion to the right side, so we can draw the direction of F14. It is inclined to the clockwise direction. And then because of the point A at here is connected to link number 2, so we have F23. We do not know the magnitude and the direction. And we derive the equation of the force equilibrium P plus S plus F14 plus F23 equal to 0. And we do not know the magnitude of F14. We do not know the direction and magnitude of F23. To solve this problem, same with the previous method, I combine P plus S become R. And then I want to find the vector R. First, I draw the vector P plus S, and finally, I get the vector R. Next, I want to move this vector R to the free body diagram. Of course, I have to find the intersection of the vector S and P. That's why I extend the vector S, I extend the vector P, and this is the intersection, and move this vector R to here. And then I want to find the direction of F23, so I want to find the intersection of the vector R and F14. That's why I extend the vector R, and this the intersection. Of course, this line will become the direction of F23. Next, I make the force polygon, so this vector R, and I draw the direction of F23, I draw the direction of F14. So this is a vector F23, and then this one is F14 to make the system, the force polygon in the closed form. You can see here, there's the contradiction between the vector F14 in the polygon and in the free body diagram. In the free body diagram, F14 should be directed to the downside, but in the force polygon, the F14 should be go top side, the upper side, because of the closed polygon. So you can see our assumption is wrong because it is not matched between the force polygon and also the free body diagram. Because our assumption is wrong, it means that we have to make another assumption and prove it true. That's all for this segment. Thank you and see you again in the next module.